And good evening, Randomania, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Pentaforce Tournament. I am Darkfalls, and with me today is Aerodyne. How you doing, Aerodyne?
Doing good. I hope we're going to have a good race here.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. We have Lonagab, aka ryin7, and fryteeth. ryin7 has been around for quite a while. fryteeth is newer to me. Speaking to him before the match, though, he does put out some fairly good times, so this should be quite a match.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, some of these seeds have been a little lengthy, but let's see how it goes today.
So when we start out these seeds, Arrow, what do you look for? If you're a runner, what would you be looking for?
I'd be looking for that wood sword as soon as I could find it. Blue candle, something to be able to get some action going. Heck, if you're lucky enough, even bombs.
And of course, this is always important Armos item because you have no idea what that's going to be. I mean, if we get that early one underneath the Armos, it could be a while before we get a sword. We don't really care.
Yeah, if you have one, you don't need that sword at all for a long time.
And then, of course, there's the matter of where we're going to start. I personally like the Dead Woods in the lower left corner. What about you?
I'm actually thinking a Death Mountain start.
Very nice. We'll see what happens. The one I hate is the one that's in the Lost Hills Armos, where you walk up, you bump the butt of the Armos ahead of you.
Yes, and then just automatically take a heart or two of damage right off the start.
Yeah, we used to have a counter to see exactly how many times people walked into that Armos.
Oh, it looks like we'd see our starting position.
And it looks like we're starting in the 4, so not a bad one. Gonna be close to Vanilla 1 and close to Vanilla Start. So we got ryin7 heading down to the Vanilla Start section. Gonna grab that quick cave.
Both look to seem to be wanting to explore the forest first. Let's see if any of them are going for the coast.
ryin7 grabbing the any roads. We got one up in Death Mountain. That's right next to that annoying cave up there. So that's a good any road to have. Gonna pop back in and see what the second one takes him though. And the other one takes him down to the forest, the deep forest. That's a really nice one.
Yeah, very interesting that it just kind of pushed him right back where he just was.
Sort of. This is the forest on the right-hand side of the map, so it's in like the middle section there next to Vanilla 2.
Oh, we found level 6.
No weapon, so I don't blame fryteeth for popping out of there for now.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to get much done, and ouch, a death for Lana.
fryteeth, however, going up to the Lost Hills to grab that Armor statue and see what that holds for us. ryin7 heading over to the Vanilla level 1. Vanilla level 1's one of those annoying screens that route in sometimes.
No luck so far for either of them finding anything to really get things going to start here.
Just find some secrets, but we can't do anything with those until we get the book.
And the book is actually quite a game changer with the current seed. We haven't explained it yet. If you grab the book, you will be able to see all the hints. Otherwise, you will not be able to see anything.
Yep, the old man's just going to speak gibberish at you until you get that book that lets you understand what he's saying. And ryin7 forcing his way through some Lionels. Going to check the cave over here in the lower part of Vanilla Start. And then the Vanilla Potion, and possibly up into the Armor section. Does have half a heart, though, so just to be a little bit careful. Very nice large secret at 127.
Yeah, the large secret's very nice on the content this time.
It's a max of 150, so only being 23 off. Can't complain about that one.
I think the small was 31, or was that the medium?
31 would be the medium. It's 0 through 20, then 21 through 40. Sorry, 21 through 49. ryin7 grabbing a quick heal, and he's going to go check that Armos. And we do have the flute as the Armos item over in the forest. fryteeth's about to pick that flute up.
That flute is a very nice find right off the start.
Absolutely, especially because since we're playing with the flag set that we are, important items in 9 is on. So that means that flute could have been a 9. So that having that just takes away that possible double dip. So with this being the Pentaforce tournament, we're only going to need 5 Triforces to enter level 9. Important items are in there, so we could find the bow in there, for example. We could find the ladder to come back to level 8 to get the silver arrows. This flag can throw a lot of twists at you.
Well, at this point, with him having the recorder too, it'll make map navigation a lot easier for him as well.
Nora, the bow is not in your seeds, just everyone else's.
Yeah, the bow, I think that's a mythical item, right?
If your name is Nora Raster, yes. fryteeth, unfortunately, taking a death. We'll see where they head off to. It looks like they're heading back over that section, though. And ryin7 heading towards a lower left corner. That's really annoying to get to. A little surprised you didn't try to get a bomb before coming down here, though. You really don't want to take one trip down to this section of the map.
Ouch, and a bad death there. I'm really surprised, though. We've not seen anything except for the recorder so far, not even a blue candle. So what are we predicting for level 9 finds for the important items? Do we think that the silver arrows might actually be there for once?
I'm going to say it's going to be the ladder in 9 as far as important items go, and I hope that the bow is ladder blocked.
That would make things interesting for the runners.
Well, it makes it more fun for us, though, especially the viewers.
That I agree.
Question is now, though, is where this elusive wood sword hiding?
Yeah, I mean, they've checked quite a few of the open caves, so there's not too many locations left.
Well, we do have fryteeth heading over to the coast, so this might be the item, but we'll see what the coast item is, at least.
Alright, here's Coast Cave. Let's see what he gets. Oh, hello, level 9.
Look at this. Speaking of level 9. And there's the power bracelet, so we know that's not going to be a 9.
I have to admit, though, it would be kind of interesting if ladders required to get the bracelet to be able to complete the seed.
And fryteeth has found the anti-red, so we'll get another check at him.
Blue ring, not too bad on price either.
And he is pretty high in money. I'm a little surprised that, well, fryteeth is actually heading over there now. This cave in the Death Mountain section is probably one of the worst caves to have the wooden sword in, but he's going to give that a quick early check. If it is here, it may take ryin7 a little bit to get over here. Thankfully for Ryan, though, it's just a blue ring shop.
Well, there's 2 of the blue ring shops. At most, we should see it 1 more.
And ryin7's going to grab his flute momentarily. I don't think anyone checked Vanilla 2 yet, have they?
No, I don't think anybody's delved into there yet. Like I said, there's not very many locations left for them to find the sword at this point.
Yeah, it's got to be up in the grave section at this point, possibly underneath that annoying cave that ryin7 just died at, also in the lower right-hand side, the left-hand side.
Looks like Lana's going for that coast check. It's going to run to 9 here.
It's nice to know where 9 is early, but it's going to be quite a ways before you can do anything with it.
Yeah, they made a point. Nobody's checked Waterfall yet.
I have found that to be quite a common spot for the sword to be, especially considering it's not the easiest of screens to get to. That could be a confirmation bias, though, but I do tend to find it out there quite a bit.
Also, I don't think they've either of us checked White Sword Cave either.
Ryan's gotta be careful with the firing squad here.
Yeah, not exactly the enemy type you want to see there.
I'll just save and quit instead of try to fight my way back down, and that's exactly what Ryan's doing. So at this point, I'm thinking it's going to be in that lower left-hand corner, or possibly in the grave/vanilla 6.
I'm going to vote Waterfall.
Well, they both have plenty of money to, yeah, what was that?
I bet both are feeling the pressure, though, to find that sword. Or something.
10 minutes in, yeah, you really want to find something to arm yourself with.
I mean, at this point, even if it's just the boomerang. I really like the old man text this time of the hearing aid is broken.
ryin7 making his way over to the Spectacle Rock Cave also. Gonna be a little disappointed just find a blue ring, but he might pick it up. Oh, he can't yet. He doesn't have 240. He did have 240. Now, while you're already up here, would you walk back down, or would you up and A and go back the other way?
I think I'd probably just go with the up A at this point. I mean, you're way off from anywhere, and yeah, exactly what they do is up A out.
Now, you gotta be careful you don't grab secrets, so that when you're this high, you don't want to waste that much of a large secret.
Both are really flush with cash, too, so I mean, that's really nice to start.
ryin7 is making the waterfall check, so we'll see if it's over here. See if you're correct tonight.
Yep.
And fryteeth is going to where Lana took that death.
Ooh, almost took one himself right there. Oh, but still a nice pickup. Blue candle. Not bad.
Yeah, it gives him a little bit of offense, and you can burn some of the dead woods wires here if he chooses to. I think I would still try to hunt down that sword, though.
I would definitely go for the sword first.
Unfortunately, he does not get a bomb off his first kill. That's always kind of a pain.
Oh, no. White Sword Cave, just a small pickup.
Nice $3 pity heart picks up so he doesn't take a death coming back in the forest here.
Well, it's just like also I've seen a few runners do this where they'll enter a dungeon where they're low health and then they'll just up A and then go out afterward.
Yeah, they call that the Hospital of Hyrule, so you just go in and get a quick health fill and then head back out.
Oh, we found level 3.
Now you can do a little quick pirouette here. Go enter, leave, then it opens the opposite side from where you enter from.
Oh, and level 5.
Now they are armed though, so they may not be able to do too much. Ryan is going to take a look around and see what he finds. Now he does have some gels here. If he had a cannon, he could burn those down, but no offense.
Yep.
And there is a hard ladder block, so we're going to need a ladder to get past that room.
So right now it's pretty much anybody's game still.
Right now we're looking to see who gets that original advantage of having that sword. We'll see where Ryan heads off to. He is going to Death Mountain, so we'll see if he walks down and goes from the back way, which he is.
Oh, looks like we're going to get a grave check here in a moment.
And level 1 is found. Level 1 is always nice to find because it does have those 2 quick items.
You might get lucky and find a wand.
Wand, white sword. Oh, it does have wizard robes though. That's never fun to see.
That elects to leave.
And ryin7 finding level 8, so we found quite a few levels, but no sword yet.
A magical sword's been located.
And
There's the wood sword.
And they're pretty much getting it right at the same time. Ryan7 is just climbing the ladder here. And he will be armed also.
So we'll see a high five.
Now, I would expect that Ryan would probably head back to 1, even though it does have wizard robes, try to get a couple of things over there.
Yeah, the level 1, I can see the dive, because it's a short dungeon, even with whiz robes. If you can tough it out, like you said, 2 items.
You can always pick and choose what levels you deal with, so... Gonna take the northern path and see if you guys have better luck that way.
This will definitely be a good test of combat skill, too.
Now, what you see on Ryan's side, though, is he has that blue wizard robe trapped in the moat. It's kind of glitched out, so he kind of got lucky there. As long as the bunny doesn't take care of him.
Looks like the health is pretty good on these guys, too, this time.
Yep,
Possibly
so
+2?
We're playing with plus between plus or minus 2 HP, so they can have anywhere from their vanilla value to their plus or minus 2 value.
Also, I'm not sure if we covered either. They only need 5 Triforce pieces to enter 9, so they get to choose which dungeons they want to try to get those pieces from.
J-Dark, that is ryin7, aka Lana Gab, and fryteeth.
Fryteeth getting that nice block clip there.
And
hello, Aniki.
Yeah, that's a huge item, especially finding this early in the seed. No resource issues as far as that goes. Definitely a huge pickup for fryteeth. Gotta imagine that ryin7 is not going to be too far behind picking that up.
Now bombs won't nearly be much of a problem for dungeon exploring. Oh, now we know exactly where the Triforce piece is.
There is still a second item here, though, so we probably want to pick that up.
I wouldn't be surprised, even if they picked up the piece, that they would redive.
fryteeth, unfortunately, being the wrong side of the land mola. ryin7 is going deeper into the dungeon, though, so he will be rewarded momentarily.
These keys seem to be from vanilla, at most 1 HP.
Stalfos have 1 HP, which is nice.
Oh yeah, this will make it quick clear. Very nice heart container pickup there. I'm wondering, though, if either one of these runners is going to go for that blue ring as soon as they get done with 1 here.
Seeing wizards in dungeons, and granted we do that, we'd see them eventually, I would always get the blue ring if I come across it. Unless, of course, I find the red ring here in 1.
That would actually be a really nice find.
And Ryan does grab his any key, so he is all set now as well. And that is 1 Hunger Stalfos, just chowing on a Triforce shard.
Now I'm just curious what this other item is going to be at this point.
I think we're kind of bomb blocked from getting it. I think it's going to be in that upper part of the beak of the eagle.
Yeah.
However, ryin7 does have 4 bombs, so we'll see if he goes into that sector of the map, which you gotta think he will.
This level 1, I'm actually surprised that level 1 showed up right off the bat and actually yielded a great item, that any key. Oh, there's that bomb drop.
Gamer Blue, you can have 1 item in every heart. Level 2 has 2 unique items. Level 1 has 2 unique items. So it can have 2 heart containers and 1 item, or it can have 1 heart container and 2 items.
This is not a room I'd want to fight Wizrobes in either without a ladder.
Well, the nice thing with this kind of room is they kind of get stuck in the NSU sometimes. They kind of can't find a place to land, so you'll see them just go back and forth 100 times.
Not like what happened to that blue earlier, but like you also said, if it doesn't happen, it can also get a little tricky.
Yeah, it's absolutely. You can kind of bait them into doing it, but it doesn't always work. Oh, and we found the
hello,
white sword. Nice, a little bit of double offense now, and we'll see if fryteeth decides to go deeper in to pick that up.
Yeah, the white sword pretty effectively doubles their offensive capabilities.
And ryin7's on the board with the Triforce out of 1, and fryteeth is about to grab his white sword as well.
And I will agree, gamer, this dungeon definitely was hyped for level 1.
Always really nice to have a early any key and a white sword.
Looks like Fry's going for that bomb drop.
Yeah, I gotta imagine we'll find some kind of levels up here in Death Mountain, because we haven't found a ton yet.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling there's going to be quite a few clustered up here. Oh, here's 8. Interesting choice for the dive, I would think.
Well, it does have 2 items, so it does have a lot of value to it. So 8's actually one of those ones that most people will always dive, depending on the enemy set. Especially since we have the any key and we do have quite a few bombs, it's definitely not a bad idea to look around in here.
Very nice that they have the recorder if they decide they want to kill the dogger.
fryteeth, however, has found level 2, so he'll have the quicker dungeon. It does have Korea in them, which are kind of a pain, but not too bad to deal with.
Hey, it could be Dark Nuts.
It could be Wizrobes.
That was a nice block flip there by Ryan.
Now, I don't know if you noticed what I just saw, but those ropes today have a lot of HP. Just shrugged off that white sword shot like it was nothing.
Oh yeah, so magical sword might even become a thing at some point.
Beefy ropes are awful.
Pancakes are even going pretty good with those hit points.
And while we do have a little bit of exploration going on, quick shout out to our restreamer Ted and our Racer for jumping in to help us out here on Randomizer 4. And a quick shout out to our tracker today, Alsoa, also known as Isolate999. Thank you guys for joining in. We appreciate you both.
Very much so. Talk about clock always just being at the worst place at the worst time for someone.
Lana does not have the
Great pickup
ring yet. They're just a sprite shovel.
Now that is going to possibly be the game changer right there.
He does have a ton of money. He knows where the hint shops are, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does a quick save after this, goes and gets the hints and retries.
That would actually be a very smart move, because then pretty much they will know where majority of the items or dungeons are.
Yep, the hints are, I believe, helpful, so the game will tell you exactly kind of what you need.
Yeah, all the hints are helpful if you find the book. We're going to have a little bit of trouble with the clip there, but gets it.
You gotta kind of be careful when you're facing down through the dongas when you're trying to do some clips. They actually do pack quite a punch this early in the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the book was Vanilla 8.
Well, we have another staircase on Ryan's side. We'll see if he tries to clip in. Gonna exit and try to get rid of that blue whiz robe, and he does, so he'll be able to get this clip pretty easily. Or if he might even just kill the room.
Oh, still has an orange whiz robe. Ouch.
And I believe we just found our bow on level 2. So that's a really nice pickup for fryteeth.
Yeah, finding that definitely feels good. Now the hard part's just waiting to get those arrows and hopefully the ladder. And gets the piece.
So that gives fryteeth his second Triforce on the afternoon. Well, evening at this point, but close enough.
This could get a little tricky for Ryan here.
So what he did is he just killed one eye. He can leave and go back in, and since the game saw one part of it die, I think the entire boss died. So that boss is actually gone now, and it won't come back. Looks like ryin7's gonna be heading back to the room he took that death on, thinking that the item was there, and it should be because we have seen both transports already.
Uh-oh, if you read chat there, Fred said he should fix that this seed is being kind.
Speaking about Fred, if you guys are enjoying what you guys are seeing, if you guys enjoy the randomizer, if you enjoyed Zelda 1 randomizer in general, please show some love to Fred Coughlin for putting this together. He is the mastermind behind Z1R. Send him some follows, please.
It's amazing how far this has came since he started with it as well. Interesting play by fryteeth. Heading up north now. I'm kind of surprised here. I think, didn't Fry also find level 8?
Yes, he did, but he chose not to dig it out. Alright, we do have another staircase. No, I said this before, but now I'm pretty certain that this is our second item in 8.
This should be the item, I would hope.
It is, and it's the wand, so that's going to give ryin7 a little bit more offense.
That's going to really help.
Yeah, nice bit of ranged offense at that.
Well, whiz robes now, double damage, pretty much. Oh, and there's the silver arrows.
Nice, so fryteeth is in a really good position. The wand actually won't affect whiz robes, at least, but you'll be able to use it on dark nuts.
Yeah, you're right. But with Ryan having the book, this actually could even up relatively quickly as well. Depending if they go for the hints or not.
So fryteeth is in pseudo Triforce and Go mode. He doesn't even know if he needs that ladder, for example. If he can get through 9 without needing it, he can get 5 other Triforces. He can just bail. He doesn't need any of that stuff. He will need to contend with Ganon on low hearts, so that could be a little bit tricky.
Especially without a blue or a red ring. Especially if it gets high roll drivered.
That's kind of one of the nuances of this flag set is what exactly do you go to 9 and what do you go into 9 with?
Lots of secret action, but he's already maxed on cash, so it doesn't really help fryteeth.
ryin7 doing his best to dance with these blue whiz robes. He has seen that they're not the dominant enemy in the set, though, so he should just leave and respawn them.
Yeah, that's what I was actually expecting.
He needs to save the room at this point, I think.
Which he does.
Get some keys, though. Keys are easy to deal with. Can't burn yourself, though. Burn yourself would be bad.
Yeah, burning yourself. That's the only problem with the book, with the wand.
And a very nice compass find. He knows exactly where he has to go now to get that Triforce in 8. And he'll be on his way.
It shouldn't take too long for him to dive there either. Nice screen wrap there by Fry.
You're kind of seeing the power of the any key by ryin7. Oh, and it is a shoot room. That's a pain, but you can get to it. The any key allows to go flying through dungeons, so you don't have to stop for anything other than bombs. And of course ladder blocks, but that's a different story.
Yeah, ladder block would not be nice. Oh wow, Triforce is really close at the entrance at 3.
The question is, wait, check level 3 for the item.
Well, Red Ring is still in play, and that would definitely help a lot with that many hearts going into 9.
Oh, that's disheartening for ryin7, because he couldn't. When he found level 3, he couldn't clear that room without a weapon. fryteeth,
Yep.
however, can get that Triforce, and he won't have to go back to level 3.
Now, I'm curious if he's going to go to 8 and dive to 8. Because there is the 2 items, and also he still needs Triforce pieces.
Yeah, he still needs 2 Triforces. He might be looking for the smaller dungeons at this point, so he'll go to 4 or 5, but we'll see exactly. Now, ryin7 is buying some hints.
That's probably how Ryan's going to make some catch up. Well, that one was kind of worthless about the power bracelet.
And unfortunately, all 3 of those hints are duds for Ryan. He knew all that stuff already. So,
Yeah.
hints not paying off this time.
Interesting that they did not retry after obtaining those hints.
He might be going to the second one first. He knows where both of them are.
Ah, good point.
Well, he picked up another large secret, so he might just go with it at this point. He does have the any key, so he doesn't have to buy keys. Silver arrows are relatively close to where he is now, so he won't need to deal with arrows. So money expenditure is not that big of a deal for him at this point.
Oh, and here we go with level 6.
Book in 8, no good. Red candle in 4.
Wow.
And he
Now
decided,
there's a useful one.
yeah, that was a powerful hint. That lets him know that he has to get to level 2 to get that bow. And it will probably just be a matter of time before he goes to the coast, where he'll find his silver arrows.
This one I would be surprised if he goes now, considering he's relatively close at this point.
Well, Ryan doesn't know where the level 2 is yet. It is on that corner of Burn Row, which is where I thought he was heading, but I guess he's changed his mind going back to the forest.
Both now in level 6.
This is an interesting call from both of them. fryteeth just needs one more Triforce, so he really doesn't need it to explore a dungeon this big for items. ryin7, on the other hand, knows where the bow is, but he's going to the bigger dungeon looking for the silvers, probably.
Oh no, it doesn't move. Ouch.
Question is, where is this item and where's the Triforce in this level 6? And
Yeah,
whether just got the Triforce and run. Ryan sees it. He's kind of making the choice. He grabs it. I will see if he goes back in or if he heads on.
Boy, that clock almost trolled Fry there.
And Ryan is not going back for that even level 6. We'll see. Well, we know where the bow and the silvers are. So it won't be one of those 2 crucial items, but it could be the ladder still. This should be our item on fryteeth's side. We'll see what it is momentarily.
Oh, very nice fairy drop there.
We have the raft in 6, so not a great item to have at this point since we know where most stuff is. And he's gonna pick it up while he's here though, just in case.
It might lead to something good. Maybe a free heart container. Both not really having any trouble of getting bomb drops, which is nice.
Yeah, this has been a very resource-free seed so far. A lot of money, bombs have been pretty easy to obtain, and of course the dandy key is the dandy key. And ryin7 has picked up a blue ring, so that's going to double his defense. And with all the money that he had, it's a good thing that he picked that up.
And also considering he pretty much bought all the hints, so at this point he has nothing really to burn it on.
Wood Wizard bringing up a good point that level 7 could still be on a raft spot. We haven't seen that yet. And fryteeth unfortunately getting grabbed by a wall master. It's going to bring him back closer to the Triforce though. That could be a good thing for him for accidentally.
And yes, Jader, you're correct. The ladder could be a 9 as well. I'm actually surprised at that blue candle grab.
I don't know if he saw a candle shop, but at 4 hearts, yeah, he kind of gave up some life there for it.
I mean, me personally, I probably would have went for the container. Even with the blue ring, it's kind of hairy at 4 hearts.
With the money in the seed, it can be argued either way. If I know where a candle shop is, I'd probably just buy one at this point.
Yeah, that's what I would have been looking for. It's just like, okay, find a candle shop, just buy.
And Ryan is now in level 3 with a weapon, so he won't be able to dig it, but he'll be able to grab his Triforce here at the very least.
Looks like fryteeth's going on a Death Mountain expedition at the moment.
Now Ryan does know he needs level 2, so I would not be shocked if he digs around for level 2 to get that last Triforce that he needs. Gets the bow while he's there, then heads over to 9. We'll know that he does need to get to the coast for those silver arrows, though.
I'm actually curious, though, if he does go to the coast for those silver arrows first. Even though he doesn't know they're there, I know that he does not know what is there.
Yeah, he has not been down to that coast section yet. He is going away from the coast, and he's going away from level 2, though. He does grab a heart there, though, so we know he can get the silvers now. Just considering that he does have 5 hearts, and that's when we didn't know that fryteeth had picked it up.
Yeah, this seed has just been so flush with cash.
Okay, it does look like he's taking a turn towards level 2 now, though.
And there he goes into level 2.
I think level 2 is all around pretty short. So we'll see exactly what Ryan chooses to do after this. If he looks around for where the coast, or if he goes to 9. I kind of have the gut feeling that he'll go to 9. For him, though, if he decides to bomb the coast on his way there, that could be a saving grace.
That wand has been a godsend for Ryan. I mean, at this point, consider how much cash they have. I'm surprised nobody's not just bought the large shield.
Yeah, but we've seen a lot of lifelikes in these dungeons, so that could be why they're even not even considering that. Just 'cause you don't want to spend 150 rupees and just lose them all.
Yeah, just a like grabbing you. Gamer, actually, Ryan did buy the blue ring.
And then he found another large secret like right after that, so he knew he could spend some money and get a good return. Ryan's got to be a little bit careful he doesn't take one more hit here. He's going to go back to start if he does.
Yeah, not a very nice rune to have the Gorias in with the turrets.
Gamer, the ring actually didn't change his color because it was already white to begin with. So he did upgrade his ring, but he is the same color still.
Yeah, I admit it's a little confusing. Looks like fryteeth's not leaving any of these overworld caves to chance.
Yeah, he's hunting down another level. I don't think he wants to deal with level 8.
I really don't blame him for not wanting to deal with 8.
Ryin7 does grab the Heart Criterion too to get some 6 on the day. I did not see where the bow was in 2 though, so we'll see when he comes across it.
I should be coming across it here in a little bit, if I remember correctly. He might actually be looking for a level 4 or 5, but I agree. 8, if he knew where it was, he probably should have went ahead and tried the dive.
It's the kind of issue that we spend more time looking for a level than you are clearing a level. Because at least if you're clearing level 8, you gain those 2 potential items, which if you did have your ladder, for example, which we know it doesn't, but if it did, you'd have that benefit.
Oh, he just found 8, so let's see if he does dive.
Yeah, he is going in to poke around. I thought I had seen it already.
At this point, I don't see any reason not to at least just take a look. There's the bow.
Yeah, Ryin7 is now in well, we know he has to go down to the coast though, unfortunately. We'll see if he makes that play down there.
Well, good point was made. 9's on the coast, so makes you wonder if he'll check the caves on the way to 9, just to kind of make sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
I could actually see that being used, because it makes sense to check them then, because you're already on the way. And the Triforce to Ryan for level 2, and that gives him the 5 required.
And fryteeth gets the Triforce in 8, which gives him the 5 required, so synchronized level Triforce pickups. They both have the same ones, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8.
Yeah, very interesting. They both have the exact same pieces this time.
fryteeth going back into 8 though to get the items. We know he probably won't be too happy with them at this point.
Yeah, at this stage, the book's not really going to be any help.
Ryin7 is digging around the open cave, so we'll see if he makes his way along the coast, and if he does, if he'll bomb those open.
Black Marble at this point, you want to talk about who's winning? To be honest, they're relatively even. Just fryteeth does have the advantage with having the silver arrows.
But we do have level 9 looming in the distance, and we have seen time and time again what level 9 can do to people.
Oh, yes. And also, 9 could be ladder blocked, and neither of them have the ladder.
I think Ryin7 is going to have a little bit of the exploration advantage. I think he'll get into 9 first. But I don't think fryteeth will be too far behind him at all. Gamer Blue, he could be worried that he'll be ladder blocked because you don't want to get all the way down into 9, see Zelda, and then be blocked by a vertical moat, for example.
And I have seen that in this round. It's happened before where the ladder was not required until the room with Zelda, and they had to go all the way out and go dive other dungeons to find that ladder.
Yeah, that's happened to me personally. It's not a good feeling.
I can just imagine how much the heart sinks seeing that.
Yeah, some expletives may have been uttered. It does look like Ryan is unfortunately going to be looking through 9 for the items. So this could give fryteeth a little bit of time to catch up and get into 9.
On the other hand, if you find something like a red ring relatively quickly and realizes, oh, maybe it's not here, could turn to his advantage.
There are 3 old men in level 9 that will give him hints, and one of them potentially will say silver is to kill the beast lie elsewhere. So if he gets that hint, and he does have the book to understand the old man, he can kind of gauge that he needs to go away from 9. And little as you know, it's just a few screens south of where he is.
So do we say transport staircase or item?
Well, there are 6 transports and only 2 items, so I think we're going to be going for some transports for a little bit at least. And fryteeth has found the book, so I'll help him with level 9 at the very least.
I don't blame him for picking it up, because, I mean, you never know what could happen.
All in all, though, you can't debate this play by Ryan. He has everything that he needs except for the one item. And granted, we know it's not there, but he doesn't. So at least he's A, mapping 9, B, exploring 9, and C, he's getting a knowledge of where Ganon is, where Zelda is. And he can get 2 more items off it, so it's definitely the play to be at the moment in his mind, and I can't disagree with it. He does get the compass here, though. Yep.
Looks like Zelda's in a relatively normal location.
No, just because we see her on the map, that doesn't mean we know how to get to her. There could be a rather convoluted path.
Oh yeah, it could be 3 or 4 transport staircases to get there.
And there is a potential ladder block, so we might have to come back to that room later. And there is the hint that ryin7 needs. The silvers lie elsewhere. He's going to leave level 9. He gets that hint super early. Let's see if he goes down towards the coast now.
Or I got a feeling, though, he's going to run to another dungeon. Hopefully, like you said, he checks the coast.
He's looping down to the coast. He's going to get his arrows.
Come on.
That was absolutely huge for ryin7. He's going to come across the cave momentarily, grab his silvers, and probably go right back up to 9.
Oh, he's going to be jumping right here.
Now the question is, how fast can he waddle back to level 9?
That has to be a huge relief, finding the arrows that close to 9.
And right back in he goes, armed to the teeth now. Has his blue ring, has quite a few hearts. I think he has some potion, has his arrows. Now can he find the pig and can get to the path of the girl.
These dark nuts do not want to let him get around.
fryteeth does know where level 9 is.
I'm thinking fryteeth might be looking for the ladder.
Yeah, I kind of get that vibe too, but we'll see. I mean, if it pays off, it pays off, but I would at least go start looking around level 9. And I think we do hear Ganon.
And if that door, and by the way, we didn't explain this, if a shutter door doesn't open after a room clear, we know where Zelda is at that point. Oh, this might get a little tricky. At this point, I would probably drop a bomb for that dark nut in the center. Answer your question, chat gamer. Honestly, I don't know. I would have grabbed it myself if I was already there.
Now, Fry is, I believe, a relatively newer player, so he could be a. I don't want to say hesitant to go level 9, but he could be forgetting some of his flags. Hopefully, that's not the case. He's just making the gamble.
I think he's making a gamble for the ladder, is what I'm thinking. And Patra not being nice to Ryan over there. That's gotta hurt. Looks like the virus rolled a 0 HP because they're not splitting.
Alright, so we'll see exactly if ryin7 can get to Ganon. I think he did hear the roar. But now the question is, do we have the path?
Oh, and to answer the question about 9 before all the pieces, this is the Pentaforce tournament. They only require 5 pieces. So they get to choose which dungeons they get those pieces from, so that could be crucial in winning.
They do still need the bow and the swords at the very, very minimum. Ladder is usually needed, but not always. And then, of course, your resource management.
Really surprised we have not seen an item room yet in 9.
fryteeth has gone into 9, so maybe he just didn't remember where it was. We'll see exactly what his path is like. Squishy viruses are always nice just because they do drop bombs.
Yeah, that is a very nice thing to have happen. That's the other thing too about the seed. They've not, neither side has lacked for bombs at any point that I've seen really. And the any key, of course, has helped them just completely tear through these dungeons.
Yeah, it's nice to have that weight off your shoulders of having to manage your resources to some extent. We've seen a lot of bomb dropping enemies in dungeons, so that factor wasn't really that prevalent. Just having that key, any key, has just been huge.
That would probably be like one of the first items I'd like to find after grabbing a sword, is either the any key or the red ring.
Yeah, both are quite useful in their own right. The red ring lets you go into tank mode, basically, and just face tank everything, where the any key just lets you blow through doors.
Yeah.
I think we do hear Ganon again.
Nope, well, we might see Ganon here in a moment. Not the worst enemy set for a sea room.
Yeah, you can kind of trap them on those two vertical, horizontal rows, kind of. Just poke away at them from underneath them. I think ryin7 is going to have the path again momentarily.
Oh, hello, Patra. Interesting to note, though, fryteeth, I don't believe, does not have that blue ring, so that could be the deciding factor here.
Oh boy, that's going to be a fun room to fit game without the ladder.
And he's going to have to kill him, of course, on that little side that he's on. If he kills him in the water, he might be looking at not being able to pick that up.
Oh, he had the vertical stun. Well, he couldn't grab it.
Yep, Ganon just said nope, and back to the start. That's going to be a really bad room for Fry to fight Ganon as well.
Yeah, those looks like our Ryan is going to be heading away. Probably doesn't want to try to deal with that again.
Might be in search for the letter to get up some potions going.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That room is just nasty. That looks like fryteeth was bonking there for a little bit.
That's one of the things with Zelda 1 Randomizer. You can kind of gamble on ladder not being needed until it's needed. And while it's not hard needed in this case, it's definitely going to make that fight a little bit easier.
It's been very interesting this first round, too, that we've not seen a lot of magical sword action this time.
To answer Tetrally in chat, he tried to bomb a couple sides, and it didn't open. I think the only one he could do was from the east. But I don't think he has the path from the east side, so he can only go from the south and the west, and neither one of those ways opened up.
Fry trying to get that block clip. There he goes. Oh, red ring. That's going to be a game changer for Fry right there.
He'll be able to withstand Ganon for a little bit longer, so we'll see how much luck he has when he comes across the room. He still will need to navigate that. It might be difficult.
If he can get at least a few more hearts, then at least then the Hyrule driver will not just outright kill him. Considering the room layout, I consider that to be a real possibility. Yeah, the ladder would be a really nice find for him in 9 if he can find it.
And we have level 5 in Recorder Lake, so we'll see what this holds for us.
I mean, right now with this much money, it's so nice, especially with silver arrows, because you can just fling them with abandon. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh, I'm going to run out of arrows. No.
Chrono JJ, they can kill him without it. The dangers are if you kill him too close to the water, you won't be able to reach the Triforce, so you kind of have to get him up on that upper section.
Yeah, you're going to have to position the kill just right, otherwise, yeah, you could be in really big trouble.
He could be worried about killing Ganon and not being able to reach the Triforce is one aspect. And he has that blue wizard sunlocked kind of on that water. Kind of think of what happened earlier, so he can just kind of poke away at it and won't be able to do any damage to him. Kind of the best things to have happen in to a wizard in a seer room.
I do like to see the Fries constantly checking the map. Oh, we might have our other item room here for lucky.
Ryan's gotta be careful. He unfortunately takes a death, so he's gonna have to walk back to level 5 now if he wants to get what's in here.
Ladder here would be perfect, but as we know, randomizer is never that kind.
And fryteeth gets a push block. We'll see what's under the staircase, and it's just another transport.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. It's narrowing down, though, the locations of where that last item room can be, however.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's already seen quite a few transports, and we don't know there's only 6 of them.
Ouch, another death for Ryan there. Still choosing to die of 5, however.
Yeah, I think Ryan is dead set on finding that ladder before he goes back to level 9. And it could pay off for him, we'll see. Choosing to leave level 5. Interesting call. He might be going for a health refill, though.
Well, it is right next door.
No, he's had enough level 5 for now. Probably just doesn't want to deal with those Wizros.
This has been a really long 9, too.
And Ryan has found level 7. I know we had a hint that said we didn't need anything from here, though.
Oh, well, hello, Patra.
And Ryan7 grabbed some potion. That could have been what he was looking for after all, so he could be heading back to level 9 now.
That potion should enable the Ganon kill pretty easily.
Yeah, but again, he has to get him locked in the upper quadrant, or he's not going to be able to get that Triforce.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
Ryan is a very skilled player, though, so he could potentially get this relatively easily. And then it's just a matter of finding the girl. And hoping that she's not ladder blocked also.
That's what I'm really wondering, is that are we going to see a ladder block for Zelda? Chat's wanting that ladder block for Zelda and ladder in 7.
Well, chat always wants the worst things possible.
Yeah, well, that's part of the entertainment, just to see how wrong can this go.
Alright, Ryan7 has indeed gone back to level 9. He knows where the pig is, we'll just see if he can get to her.
Both have mapped out 9 quite extensively, so I don't think it's going to be much longer for us to start seeing the Ganon down and the search for Zelda on. And the patchers have been in actually pretty good rooms overall this 9 too. I'm kind of surprised. Most of them can be just simply avoided.
Yeah, you've been able to just walk around the majority of them. So I think what fryteeth is doing is he's kind of trying to map as he goes so he can see exactly where he is, which is a really good strategy for level 9. You really don't want to get lost in the maze.
And that was the red ring room we just entered. Oh, we got a high five, it looks like.
One good thing to note, though, is Ryan does have the white sword, so instead of 15 hits, he'll only need 8. So that just a little bit of more offense is going to help him quite a bit with Ganon, provided he can get him trapped in the upper section.
Yeah, Woodsword Ganon is not fun. 15 hits might not seem like a lot, but when you're trying to get that stun lock and it just won't give it to you, yeah.
Well, he can't bomb into Zelda's room from the path of Zelda's room from the bottom, so He's gonna find a different path to get to her too. Alright, 2 potions, 6 hearts, blue ring, white sword. We'll see if Ryin7 can get this stun lock on.
If he gets the stun lock there in the center by the door, it should be pretty much a relatively good game at that point, unless Zelda's ladder blocked. Not the ideal place you'd want to see him. There we go.
He's got 2 hits in.
A little too fast on that second swing.
You can't really stun lock him up here though, because you have to stun lock him after the transport.
Yeah, he's not cooperating at all either by getting in that positioning.
I think he only needs 1 or 2 more hits, so as long as he can get to that Triforce after he kills him, I would probably go on the top row instead of that bottom one.
Oh no. Is he gonna get it?
He gets it. Ryin7 has taken down Ganon and gotten the Triforce of Power. Now he just has to get to the girl. See how elusive Miss Zelda will be tonight for us.
Oh no, this does not look good. If she can't be bombed to from the south, it looks like we might be ladder blocked, if we're unlucky.
Alright, Ryin7 is on the hunt for the path. We'll see if he can find his way.
Hopefully it's not ladder required, because if so, then it's going to turn into anyone's race again.
You might have it from the left-hand side here. We'll see if he can bomb over. There it is. The door opens up. Ryin7 can get to her. We'll see if he can get to the girl. And he can. There's no water. Ryin7 is going to take first place with an official time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 49 seconds. Get some GGs in chat, please.
That was a very nice run.
Yes, very nice race by Ryin7. And fryteeth has put on a very good showing himself, and he's very close to Ganon. We'll see if he has the same luck of be able to get those 8 hits on the upper part of that map. I don't think he has a potion, but he does have the red ring.
As long as he doesn't get Hyrule drivered too much, I think he'd be alright here.
Okay, he does have some potions, so he'll be able to use that.
Let's just hope he kills him where he can get through that Triforce piece, and wow!
That, again, was not playing kind. fryteeth is going to run back around.
Yeah, that Ganon was not being nice whatsoever.
I think our fryteeth has mapped out his level 9 though, so I think he has a fairly good idea of where to go.
Yeah, it seems like he's beelining directly for the room at this point. This is a very deep 9, having to dive in just to find Ganon.
And Ryin7 will be joining us in a little bit. He'll just finish off some post-race stuff, and then he'll be in.
Should be an interesting interview, especially to find out what his reaction was finding those silver arrows so close. Had to admit, very interesting. This seed included the recorder and the raft, but we were not required for ladder.
Yeah, that is a extremely tricky game though, without a ladder, but thankfully they were able to handle it. We'll see how fryteeth does. Going to pop a potion before he goes in, cap his life off. He saw that room and knows exactly how much of trouble that can be.
Oops, did he get a little lost?
He's got to go up 2, right 1, then down 2, and he'll be in there.
Oh, and Patch is rearing its head saying, "Hi there."
Gonna eat one of his hearts, unfortunately, but he does have enough.
Yeah, the full hearts doesn't really help the sword fling at all against Ganon, really.
Takes a pot shot at Devour, but it pops away from him.
Alright, let's see if we can get Ganon to where he can get to that Triforce. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and face tank this.
Yeah, well, he has a second potion ready. We do know that he only needs 8 shots, though, so...
He's gotten quite a few already.
He's gotten 5, I want to say, so he's only need a couple more.
It looks like he's playing extremely safe, too, to make sure he gets that piece.
And down goes Ganon, and he is well over that river. So fryteeth should be firing to get his Triforce. And there it is. fryteeth has grabbed the Triforce of Power. Now he just has to get to the girl. She's not too far away from him.
Zelda's been relatively close on most of the seeds to Ganon for the majority that I've watched, except for this first round anyway.
Question is now is, can fryteeth find the correct path? So he takes the up and A there, so unfortunately wasted his potion, but with the red ring he should be fine, especially considering the enemy set here wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the enemy set here actually was pretty nice overall. Patras, of course, for being Patras.
And Dark Nuts, but you didn't have to fight many of them. You can just kind of walk around them. And I believe we do have ryin7 with us. GG, Ryan. Well played.
Thank you.
So, about that Ganon.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the Ganon fights.
Well, that was just a road rim too without the ladder.
Yeah, when I actually downed him the second time, I got scared it was going to be stuck in the water.
And I'm going to cut you off for 1 second because fryteeth has just found Zelda himself. He's going to take second place with a time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 13 seconds. Get some GGs in chat for fryteeth, please, for a really great race between both of these guys.